For this YouTube series, I decided to record the gameplay and then do post commentary so that I could focus a little better on the gameplay during the gameplay. For the most part, we'll be skipping the battles on the world map because there will be quite a lot of them. We're going to have a look here at our equipment. Make sure that we've got the best equipment available on each character. Now I have edited out the majority of the excess menuing and almost all of the world map battles because there will be lots of that over the course of the series in general. Alright, so we're equipping everybody with whatever's available that I think, and I'm equipping it to whomever I think kind of needs it the most at the moment. We're having a look here at our skills, making sure that we're not missing any or anything like that. Like most people, when I'm playing an RPG, I like to level up a little bit extra at the beginning so that I'm slightly over-leveled, but not wildly so. I don't want to breeze through it, but I also don't want to get wrecked constantly. I'm sure no one does. I just love how the cash pops out of the battle like that. It's so cute.
What's going on here?
Oh, what did I ever do to you, I ask? Oh, my pretty goodness! Oh, you rotten devil of a thing, you!
Evan, come on.
Right! Let's go kick some wyvern tail. Alright, so dealing with airborne enemies. Some enemies can fly. You have to use a mid-air attack to take them out of the air so that you can continue fighting them on the ground. You can also use ranged attacks. Wow, the skills are so much fun to use and also fun to watch. Oh,
It's coming back!
what the?
Gosh! What in the...
Oi, you two! You can see my little lovelies, can't you? Why not have them lend you a hand?
Alright, I think I will. Getting your Higgledy friends to help. During battle, Higgledies will automatically back you up by attacking. Okay, so generally they attack automatically. You can run over to them when they have a circle around them to activate specific abilities. Though you don't have any control over what ability you activate, you get one at random from among the 4 that they have available. Now, one of them will be an awakening ability, but we're not going to learn about that for a while. We'll cover Higgledies in greater detail at a later time. Alright, let's finish up this wyvern. We're trying to involve the Higgledies as we can, but...
Excuse me?
Are you alright?
Oh my!
Oh me, oh my, that was a close one and no mistake. I don't know what I would have done if you two lovely boys hadn't come wandering by. I'm Martha, by the way, Auntie Martha to those I take a shine to, and I'm pleased to say I've taken a shine to you. Come on then, we're going to my house. I must give you a little something to say thank you.
Righto.
Here we are. It's not much, but it's home. In you come. What a quaint little house. Oh, they're so adorable.
Pass it gently. Yes. Oh, gentle. Dear, pass another one now. Thanks ever
You
so
two really did save my bacon back there. I never expected to see a wyvern so close to home. Honestly, a girl can't even go out picking herbs in peace these days. So, these little creatures of yours, are they monsters?
Oi.
Oh, you cheeky so-and-so. No, they are not. They're more phenomena than anything, I suppose. Phenomena? That's right, dear. There's the wind, isn't there? And fire and rain and such like. They're all natural phenomena. And when those phenomena decide to grow heads and legs and start running around being adorable, they become higgledies. So, where were you off to when you got waylaid helping out old Martha anyway? We don't often get visitors round these parts. We were on our way to the King's Cradle beyond Cloudcoil Canyon. No, really? Just the two of you? Going into that den of despicable sky pirates? Sky pirates? We have to.
Well now.
Have to, dear. Absolutely positively have to. Absolutely positively yes. Well, in that case, you'd better take some of my little lovelies with you. Really? You really don't mind?
Certainly.
It's the least I can do. You've shown me that you'll treat them kindly, and best of all, that you'll put them to good use.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Auntie Martha. I feel a lot better with these little guys backing us up. Wonderful! And if you ever have any questions about them, you just come and ask me, don't you? Alright, Runcible the Righteous has decided to join us on our adventure. We'll have a look at the little guys. We're not going to talk to every single one, but we will just interact with a few of them because they are so very cute. And each of them has a different name, even. They're not just, you know, generic higgledies. This one's Higgledy who isn't listening. Oh, they are just too cute. All right. Hey, what's this blue thing? Oh, right. It's a trapdoor. Okay. I'd forgotten that we'd already covered those. That's right. All right, let's follow the shiny brick road, shall we? What did we get there? Ah, a sixth sensor. So that's an item for increasing magic power. Now I do include a couple of battles that go really nicely or Any battle that is a surprise attack doesn't get cut out. This battle, for example, is our first one against enemies who are high enough level that their name is red. And I wanted to show that that's not necessarily a sign that you cannot take them on, simply that you should be ready for a slightly greater challenge. But as you can see, we were not overly challenged with this particular battle. Gather up our stuff and open the chest. The amount of loot available is, as I have noted before, just wonderful. Now I'm sure we're going to need tons and tons and tons of materials for things. We're planning on building a kingdom here, right? I did equip those, I just skipped the menuing for it. I will do some menuing occasionally so that you can see what we have equipped and that. But usually I will cut it out unless we're heading in to fight a boss or something like that. Now this monster, as you can see, is level 50. It is wildly beyond our capability to deal with. So we just did a little sneak around there. And we've acquired a burning ring, which I am immediately going to equip to our good friend Evan here. And you could see that I had previously equipped the shoes from the chest that came just before. While the graphics aren't mind-blowing like, say, Breath of the Wild or Monster Hunter or something like that, the world is no less very pretty. As you can see, we're doing some pretty serious exploring here, just trying to find as many chests as possible before we move on to the next area. I have played quite a few RPGs, to include Final Fantasies 7, 8, 9, 10, 10-2, 12, 13's 1 and 2. I did play 13-3 a little bit, but I did not beat it because I just was not enjoying it at all after probably 15 hours or so. And so I moved on from that one. I have completely leveled a character in Final Fantasy XIV. That's the MMO. And I have played a little bit of Final Fantasy XV. But every time I sit down to play it, another game that I'm just so into comes out, and I just don't stay into it for long. I'm definitely going to do a series of it for the channel at some point. And that chest just gave us 300 guilders. And I happen to know from having played this section 3 times, because I mucked up the recording a couple of times, that chest always has 300 guilders in it. So here Roland is asking Evan about his cat ears and whether or not they are real. And Evan points out that yes, they are real because he's a Grimalkin. And Roland says that that's interesting to him because that's not a thing where he's from. Alright, Grotty Grotto. We'll have ourselves a little save and have a look and see which way we're actually supposed to be going. See whether this is a side quest or not. I am a big fan of side quests. Here we are saving. Now I do skip the vast majority of the saving, but that's what the saving looks like. Alright, and of course I'm not going to be skipping any of the battles that take place on these types of instances, I suppose, where we are in an area and the enemies are just on the map. Here we go, a chance to really use our higgledies. They have summoned an enormous cannon and are using it to provide artillery backup. It's quite nice. Alright, we've defeated all of the enemies hereabouts. We'll walk around doing a bit of a collect up. Now, the first time I entered this cave, I was absolutely certain that there was going to be a boss in the next room. It just looks like it. So here we're looking through ranged weapons and seeing which one I feel is actually the best. In this particular case, I'm gonna end up going with the Damp Wizard's Wand because it has a higher magic attack. While the Boar's Spellcaster Shell, it's good, but it's got a higher physical attack, but for wands you really want a higher magic attack. Again, we're gonna go through and make sure we've got the best for each character gear equipped, and this is the first time we've gone through it in any kind of depth. But in future we'll skip the vast majority of this because I'm getting new gear kind of constantly, and you don't want to watch me menu as much as I menu. At least I don't reckon so. As previously noted, we will definitely show it just before any major boss, and I'm gonna try and do so about once an episode so you get an idea of where we are gear wise. Alright, of course, saving at a save stone. And off we go. Jump, Evan, jump. I keep forgetting that I have a jump option. The strange door gives off an eerie aura, but you can't open it as it's locked tight. Interesting. I expect that'll end up being some sort of trial dungeon or something. Alright, and it looks like that room is clear. We'll go to the left as we exit this doorway and pick up the shinies over here. We're gathering all sorts of materials. I've gotten pretty far in this first batch of videos. As of right now, I have recorded the first 8 videos. And I have to say, this game is just full of interesting mechanics that I've not seen before in other games like this. But we'll get into those as we get to them. If you're enjoying the videos so far, go ahead and give us a like. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And why not leave us a comment? Tell us what you like, what you don't like, and even suggest other games you might like to see played on this channel. I have a decent catalog of games for PS4 to start from, and I will be posting that list somewhere. I'm not certain exactly where yet. I've got to decide on that, but once I've decided where I'm going to post the list, I'll make sure you guys have a link to it so you can see what's already available. Alright, we're gonna check what we've got before we go wandering into this next area. Oh wait, no, that's right. We are not yet level 10, and I really want to be level 10 before we move on to Cloudcoil Canyon. So we're gonna go wandering about just a little bit more. We're trying to find the area with the highest level enemies that we can reasonably get through, as they will provide us with the best experience, of course. And as you can see in the bottom left, we get little call outs of everything that we pick up. And as often as not, we get weapons and other gear pretty regularly. We just got another ring. Here is a locked chest. Later in the game, we'll get a spell that will let us unlock those chests, but we do not have it yet. In the first Ni no Kuni, you get that spell pretty early in the game. You almost start with it, in fact. But as I recall, in the first Ni no Kuni, there were 2 levels of locked chests. I could be wrong. What's over here? I don't think we want to... Oh, right, okay. Yeah, so that's the way back to Ding Dong Dell. We definitely do not want to go over there, where the dangerous mousy people have taken over our kingdom. And there I was just checking our level to see if we'd accomplished our goal yet. we're quite close. As you can see, directionality when you approach a monster is very important. Not very important, but it is important. If the monster does not see you and you attack it, I believe you have a chance for preemptive strike. In this case, if the monster attacks us as we are running away, we have a surprise attack. It doesn't seem like the penalty for a surprise attack is crushing in any way. You just start on the back foot. Basically, you start facing the wrong direction. You have to take a moment to turn yourself around and reorient. But it's not onerous, which I like. Alright, we should be approaching pretty close to our level goal. So let's head on back and get into Cloudcoil Canyon. I apologize for all the sniffing. I seem to be coming down with a cold. And this is the moment when I discover how handy the auto-equip really can be. Now, I want to equip the bright cutlass, I think, instead of the broadsword. The broadsword is better, but the bright cutlass has a bit of magic on it, and that can be really helpful sometimes. So it's important to decide who to auto-equip from somewhat carefully, as that will determine who gets what. Kind of who gets priority on the gear. We're having a look at what we've got available. I'm pretty sure I stick with the burning ring because I use the fire attacks so often. That big sweeping skill is so much fun to use. I'm going to give Roland the close range ring. And just double check. We got a new skill called Flurry. It gives us a series of stabbing attacks that causes the enemy to step back for just a moment. And King Spin is the name of that skill that I like so much. I just really love the big burning slash. It does a lot of damage and it attacks a lot of enemies at once. Alright, we're going to make sure we've got our best wand equipped as well before we head into the next area. But that's going to have to wait for the next video, which will be out Thursday at noon. If you just haven't had enough, catch us on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 10 to 2 Central Standard Time. Links to Instagram and other places in the description. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.